Hey, it's me, Ashley. The medical phenomenon, I don't know. Because so many people have their journeys, and I respect everyone's journey, and I'm grateful for modern science, and all science, actually, really, for that matter. Today I wanted to kind of put a timeline to personally my SVT. And it's kind of hard to put a timeline because I actually found something that made it look like this one doctor may have not have done it, but it had existed, but they neglected to tell me. And I have a picture of that I can throw in if we want to here. But let's get on to the timeline. When I was 11 years old, I had an eating disorder. Okay. First off, trigger warning. All my stuff not kid friendly, and it's also trigger warning as in like there's mental health topics, there's medical topics. It's just trigger warning. Okay, so I had an eating disorder and I began getting lightheaded, and one day I almost passed out in class. I was so weak. I was 14 and found out that my pulse was only 40. So she thought that was weird, and she definitely called my parents, and we went straight to the pediatrician, and my pediatrician, who is amazing, he said, yeah, either you're an Olympic athlete, which I was not, or we have heart problems. So I was then sent to, I don't know, the bad place, I guess. I don't know what to call that one without, like, calling them out, but anyways. So I got referred to the bad place, where I was with 3 different doctors, and I was diagnosed initially in November 2000, I think it said. I was showing symptomatic, and I was diagnosed with a complete heart block and also a bradycardia. So my pulse was low. It was so low, it's going in like the teens at night and stuff. Is weird. Okay, so fast forward 2 years. Okay, I'm almost 16, 15. Get my first pacemaker. They believe that's when the lead was dropped in, or at least that's when the lead from that serial number was the one. That was 2001. I was 15, minor. And Dr. Kitty Litter was my cardiologist until 2005 or 2006. I can't remember when I stopped going to him, but I believe it was probably because I didn't have insurance at the time. And heart, if you have any kind of medical condition, costs money. Heart stuff costs money. Lots of money. And then I started seeing Dr. Buckaroo and Dr. Monopoly. One was the cardiologist, one was the cardiophysiologist. And I was told randomly that I had 2 bicuspids instead of 1 bicuspid and a tricuspid. And then my second pacemaker and lead replacement happened then. And there's not much information, actually, during that time period that I could find at all, actually. It's very... Compared to The Good Place, the good hospital, compared to them, it was just, yeah. Anyways, I'm sorry. I'm very tired. I've been in a manic episode, and I've also done a lot of SVT. Like, I mean, I'm gonna show you guys here in a minute a little clip of the episodes, and what you'll look for is at the events that I highlighted. But anyways, it makes I'm tired a lot. And it sucks, because yeah, it just sucks. I'm not being able to keep up with people my age, or just in general. My third pacemaker was in 2015. And that's when it was known to us that I had SVT. Now, I have a document on my chart stating that they had known about this SVT in 2013, I believe it was. What was it? Yeah, 2013. Just not hearing about it. Just now hearing about it. You want to know why I was just now hearing about it? Because, like, it was out of control. Dr. Genuine, who's my cardiologist now, Dr. Genuine, love him. He's great. He said, he kind of joked and was just like, your heart wants to, like, race like a Ferrari, like, all the time. And if you think about it, though, okay, so your heart's racing. It's like sitting there. Your heart's doing a little mini marathon. But your brain's not, your body's just sitting there. And then it wears you out. It's like you physically ran a marathon energy-wise. I don't know if that makes sense. If it sounds right. Whatever. I'm tired, and I'm filming because I had a moment to it and a calling to at the moment, and it seemed therapeutic at the time. Okay, so now we're on the timeline of when I learned I had SVT. I got a picture of when they confirmed it for sure. Okay, July 2019. This is the discovery. It was in plain sight now. I had to be. They forced me to be ambulance. They would not let me just drive in the car with my parents or my aunt, who were both in the medical nursing profession. They would not let me drive, so that they forced me to use an ambulance. So I got a huge bill from that, which, you know, we'll talk about, like, medical stuff and how that affects you too another time. But again, okay, so back to July 2019. They had to ambulance me, and that's when I got to a bigger city and a bigger, good hospital. I met Dr. Heart Hero. he was so kind, and he said in all his years in practicing and teaching, because he teaches at this medical facility, and said he's never seen anything like this. I make a laugh, I make a laugh out of a trauma response, because I'm like, oh, okay, going in with no preparation. But he told me it was a little more serious than that. He kind of was like, no, you need to get right with whomever, or whatever deity you use, or God you use. And you need to pray, you need to create a last will and testament. And then I started crying. And then, I was given some anxiety medicine. And then eventually sedation, because I was going to the surgery. But he made it very clear how serious it was. And there was going to be over 20 people. There was a hybrid room. I had to have a hybrid room just in case my heart stopped. They could just hop right over and take care of the heart part without any issue or whatnot. But that they said it was only supposed to take 2 to 4 hours. And I think it took between 6 and 8. Like, I mentally don't feel the same as personally, I feel like my brain chemistry has changed. Which is wild, because it's weird how medication can affect you. Especially, I've had, sedation, all different kinds, even kinds that they don't use anymore. Because I've needed surgery long enough. But pretty much, I woke up from that the next day and asked when I could go to work, and then he kind of, Dr. Heart Hero, he was kind of like, yeah, you have at least 2 weeks, but just take it easy. He just kind of knew this was going to change things. This was a life-changing event. And we all have them. We all have life-changing events, and it's hard to talk about, and I don't have a lot of people to talk to. I'm not I'm not trying to get validation from the internet. I am validated myself. Let's get that right. And you are too. Again, you are too. We are all valid here. Everybody. But I'm so grateful for Dr. Heart Hero and getting that surgery in. So those were the timelines, and then I'll go through. I kind of have different themes ish for each talk. Maybe 20 minutes. I don't know. I might even wear this hoodie every single time. It seems to be doing pretty well. Anyways, as I'm sure it's great watching someone look at their notebook every 2 seconds. I just don't want to miss stuff, and I just don't want to word things incorrectly. And I want to just, again, bring awareness. and I hope that you will continue to see my story and other people's stories too. And if you have a story you want to share, I would love to hear about it. I've been going down the wormhole lately with my medical records and stuff, so it's been kind of like, okay. That seems a little sketch, but anyway, so I'm tired. But I wanted to, but that's a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm tired, like, all the time. Cold and tired. All the time. So, yay. I hope you have an awesome day, and you are valid. We are valid. Validation. And love yourself, because you don't, you know, no one else is. Not that way, anyway. Not the way, you know what I mean? The way you know yourself. Alright, I'll see you next time.